Superpositivity Exercise is a simple yet powerful integration of all the major types of exercise for optimal physical well-being. It is based on the belief that exercise is not meant to be a chore, but a pleasure. In fact, not just health, but happiness should be the natural outcome of exercise. That's why Superpositivity Exercise, also called the happy workout, is centered on the happy principle. The word happy in this context is an acronym of 5 letters, and each of those letters stands for an element of exercise. Let's go through these elements one by one. Breath is the sponsoring energy that drives every action as well as the very act of life. Research tells us that the more consciously one breathes, the healthier one becomes. That's why it is important that the first 5 minutes of the Superpositivity Exercise program be devoted only to conscious breathing. If you already practice an organized breathing technique and find it beneficial, then please continue to do it by all means. Otherwise, you could simply sit or stand still and take slow, deep breaths at the rate of 3 to 4 breaths per minute over 5 minutes or so. As you do so, focus only on the joy of breathing without being distracted by anything else. Essentially, once one has learned how to breathe consciously or how to exercise present breath consciousness, one has truly learned the fundamentals of superpositivity exercise, and one is optimally ready to perform the rest of the program. Our muscles are like a rubber band. It is a fact that the more we use a rubber band, the stronger and more flexible it becomes. Similarly, stretching our muscles regularly improves their flexibility and increases the range of motion of joints. After a session of conscious breathing, an optimal stretching routine should start from the top and proceed all the way down to the toe, and it should gently engage all the major muscle groups over a period of 10 minutes or so. Though there are many kinds of stretching and they all have their benefits, the safest and simplest of these is static stretching, where we simply stretch a muscle to the farthest point convenient and then hold that position for around 10 seconds. For it to be effective, stretching should always be smooth, steady, and controlled. Doing so gives adequate stimulus to muscles and joints, preparing them for the rigors of day-to-day life, and brings us in alignment with the entire cosmos, which has come about thanks to stretching. It has been well researched that in combination with an optimal diet, regular cardio is one of the best ways to manage one's weight and promote better health. Within the Superpositivity Exercise program, it is recommended that after stretching, you should do at least a 15-minute cardio session every day. Ideally, you should perform a cardio exercise that you love. at the intensity you're comfortable with. While there is very solid scientific evidence that unless you work out at a certain heart rate, you won't get all the health benefits. Yet research also tells us that some exercise is always better than zero exercise. So the advice to you would be, do at least 15 minutes of cardio every day at your maximal intensity rather than a recommended maximal intensity. As for the exercise, it could be walking, jogging, running, skipping, cycling, swimming, or anything else. Essentially, Superpositivity Exercise is a canvas, but how you fill it up is entirely up to you. So long as you respect the framework of the canvas, you're great to go. According to the American Heart Association, regular strength training improves heart and lung function even in people in their 80s and 90s. It's very important to realize that strength training doesn't mean bodybuilding. It means doing some sort of resistance exercise, whether in the form of body weight, free weights, machine weights, or elastic bands. Also, strength training doesn't have to be done with big, clunky weights. The lightest of weights or resistance can contribute very effectively to strength training as well. In the context of Superpositivity Exercise, the strength training routine should be performed after the cardio. It should take around 15 minutes if done every day with gentle weights, and around 30 minutes if done every other day with heavier weights. And it should engage all the major muscle groups in the body: shoulders, chest, arms, back, core, and legs. When performed in conjunction with proper nutrition, breathing, stretching, and cardio, strength training leads to a longer, healthier lifespan and ushers the ultimate state of physical well-being, super healthfulness. In order to live optimally, we have to make exercise a natural part of our life, like the earth and the sun have. Come to think of it, they are exercising every moment of their life. Earth is working out constantly by spinning on its axis 24/7. And the sun is working out constantly by emitting its light 24/7. They both have been working out for 4.6 billion years. Do you think they've become weak? Rather, it's the other way around. They have become strong. It's thanks to Earth's exercise that you and I exist. If it wasn't constantly moving on its axis, then half of it would have been perpetually dark, and most of us won't even have come into being. Learn from the earth and the sun and embrace the joy of exercise with all your being. While you breathe, as you stretch, as you do cardio, and as you strength train, keep activating this super healthfulness affirmation. Yes, I am super healthy forevermore. Yes, thank you, universe. And as the laws of the universe go, super healthfulness would manifest naturally in your life forevermore. Yes, thank you, universe.